everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Madeline from KnittingHouseSquare, and today I'm going to be taking you step by step through this cute DIY project I did where I made wedding table numbers. So here I've decided to put mine on cute little chalkboards, but really these ideas that I'm going to be showing you now can be completely customized to whatever you'd like to put your table numbers on, whatever size they are, and whatever sort of fonts or themes you're going for. So all the supplies I used will be linked down below, and if you have any comments or questions, please feel free to leave them in the comments down below. Let's get started. I got 6 counts of these from Target. They were in the dollar spot, so a 6 count is $5. They do also have them online, so I'll link them down below because I'm not so sure they're still in the dollar spot. But basically they just start out as a little blank chalkboard, and then I just added a design using my Cricut machine. So the first thing I did is I wanted to size all my fonts and my numbers to be able to fit on the little chalkboard. So when I design different fonts and things that I'm going to cut out on my Cricut, I actually use Canva instead of the Cricut Design Space, just because I prefer all the fonts and all the different features they have in here. Like, this is where I make my YouTube thumbnails as well. So I just find that this software is really, really helpful. So I pay for a subscription to this instead of for the Premier Cricut Design Space access. So the first thing I did is I just measured the dimensions of the chalkboard. So these measure about 3.5 inches by about 2.25. So I created a custom size, put it in inches. And then once it brought up this custom size, I just added in the various texts that I wanted to create this look. So I actually found these 2 texts from someone's TikTok video that they had posted online. I really liked the way theirs looked. So the 2 texts I used are, first when it says table, that one is Moontime is the font name. And then for the actual numbers, let me make another text box. So I wanted the number 1. That one is called Chloe. And then for the numbers, the font size I used was 200. And I believe I used 100 for the actual word table. So once I sized everything out on this smaller canvas that was the exact same size as the chalkboard, what I did is I went back and I made another canvas that was basically the size of a sheet that you can cut out in Cricut Design Space. So I did 11.5 by 11.5 inches. And I just put in the full list of all my numbers. So I'll show you that one here. I just put in all the numbers I was going to need. So we have 13 tables. And then I just put in a whole bunch of these, the cursive tables, just in case I messed up a little bit when I was weeding one of these, because the font lines are really thin. So I wanted to make sure I was nice and careful. So once I had this all created, I just downloaded it with a transparent background. And that's what's nice about the subscription in Canva, is that you can get the transparent background. And I just downloaded it. Once I had it all downloaded, then I moved over to the Cricut Design Space. So within Cricut Design Space, all I did was upload that same document. And then you can see, because I already had the transparent background, that it's going to show up transparent. So I'll just do simple, continue, continue again. Just a cutout image, because I cut it out using vinyl. And now I can just upload it into my document. And then again, because I know I created this to be the same size as a Cricut cutout where the width was 11.5 inches, I can just rescale this to be 11.5 inches wide. And now it's the exact same size as what I created to fit on my little chalkboards. So I'll have this as a download available down below. That way, if you're curious and you want to make these exact same table numbers as me in Cricut Design Space, you can find that file down below. I cut each one of my pieces out on the Cricut Premier vinyl. I believe it's called Shimmer, and this is the silver color. I really like the way this one looks. I think it's perfect for a wedding. Then I cut out each one of the numbers and each one of the words table, and I weeded each one individually, just so that way I made sure I could be really precise. And then all I've done now is I just try and center the number over here on the right-hand side, and then center the word table vertically. So it makes it a lot easier when you weed each one individually, and I always start with the number because I think that one's a little bit easier to place. Okay, so there's a number 3 on there. And the nice thing about this sticker on these chalkboards too is I found that if I just take a little weeding tool, I'm able to pop it off again if I don't get it perfectly centered. So that's a nice bonus. And then I add on my table font. And there we go, there's a finished little chalkboard. So I just continue doing this for each of the numbers I needed. I hope you've enjoyed this quick tutorial today. Again, if you have any comments or questions, please feel free to leave them down below. And if you're new to my channel, don't forget to hit that red subscribe button. That way you stay up to date on all my future videos. I'll see you next time.